Hello, hello. Welcome to COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky. My name is Matt.
My name is Jeff.
Unbelievable. You got to have like the grand entrance.
I do, because I'm grand. I'm the doctor.
Grandiose.
Dr. Fabulous.
Dr. quote-unquote Facebook.
It's Dr. Fabulous in the house.
And we have some very special guests with us today. We got Merna and Jon Brown from House Brewing. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing pretty good. Yeah, thanks for having us.
House Brewing is the brand new, not yet to be open brewery over in Lexington, Kentucky. Really excited to have you guys on. We're going to be talking about what you guys have lined up for us, what you have planned in the future, what kind of stuff you want to make. We did a little behind the scenes action, over at House on our YouTube channel.
I saw your video.
Yeah, it's bit.do/COCBLOK, COCBLOK for the you pervs out there. It's not spelled the same way, but
not usually.
Not usually.
Only at night
and on Wednesdays
when it's dark and behind the covers.
Anyways, so, but anyway, we usually start out. We kind of talk about what we've been drinking because this is a beer show. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Do you guys like beer?
I've heard of
we
it.
we drink beer and we enjoy it. So, what have you had, Jeff? Nothing but ciders again this week?
Well, yeah, nothing but ciders.
Didn't you? What was it? You had like a whole week of ciders the other day?
1 week a year I have to drink ciders. Last night, man, so I was telling you earlier, you guys like Blackberry Farm?
I do, yeah.
Just this beer, I may be the biggest Lexington fanboy, I think, now of Blackberry Farm.
Blackberry Farm out of Tennessee, right?
Yeah. And I had the buckwheat strawberry last night, which normally if I think about strawberry beers, I'm thinking, oh no, it's going to be too strawberry, too sweet. But that earthiness of the buckwheat and just the very light strawberry made this a beautiful saison. Just gorgeous.
Really, and they do nothing. They basically do nothing but saisons.
They did a cream ale, but it wasn't a cream ale.
That's random.
Like a wild yeast cream ale.
Wild cream.
I think this is part of a series they call the Native Yeast series. So they're trying to capture Tennessee native yeasts and do something interesting with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Just kind of like out in the air and seeing what they can come up with.
Right.
Okay, that's cool. Strawberry, I've noticed it's kind of...
It's getting to be the new hip thing.
Yeah, but it's is it, am I wrong? Is it difficult to brew with? Have you ever brewed with strawberry?
Definitely, yeah. And I know, like, judging competitions, I've had a lot of, like, strawberry-based beers, and they can be really good, or sometimes they come off... I feel like a lot of them pick up a diacetyl somehow.
Yeah.
Then to me, it tastes like buttered toast and jam or something.
Yeah, diacetyl, for the people that don't know, is kind of has it's like an off flavor. It's kind of has that buttery consistency.
That's why I was a little reluctant to buy this when I saw strawberry.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, come on, strawberry, but it was beautiful. Just gorgeous.
Wicked Weed, I got one down there that was strawberry, and it was like probably my favorite that they've ever done.
Was it a sour?
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a long time ago, or was it recently?
I bought it last year.
Okay.
And... yeah,
because they did, like, before they had the Funkatorium over at Wicked Weed in Nashville, they've had tons of beers. They didn't do a lot of sours, but I remember they were doing sours. They had years ago before that, and one of the first sours that I had 5 or 6 years ago when it was kind of still getting popular, I had it was a watermelon brown, I think, or something like that, or it was something crazy off the wall, and I was like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And I was like, oh my god, this is really good. Like, it actually works really well. Obviously they've got their act together. They know what
they were doing them downstairs. We went to the brew pub.
That's exactly where it was. It was downstairs in the bottom part. So I don't know. So Blackberry Farms, that was
gorgeous.
That's your crux.
Another nice thing before move on was there's a new beer by Omegon out.
Okay.
It's Omegon and Urban Chestnut did a collaboration called Collaboration 2016.
Urban Chestnut, is that
in St. Louis?
St. Louis. Sorry, okay.
It's a Doppelbock. I've never heard of Omegon doing a Doppelbock, but that must be the Urban Chestnut influence.
Yeah, they do a lot of German lagers and stuff.
It's a nice beer. It's got the Omegon yeast and that Urban Chestnut, nice Doppelbock, pure German beer. Really comes together well. Nice beer.
Well, I think Omegon is really solid.
People don't give them credit where it's due.
There's a few breweries like that. I think Omegon's one of them. Granted, they're
Well, it's now the Duvel Empire.
Partly owned by
Firestone Walker Boulevard, Omegon, all the same.
Yeah, but the Unibrew, like we discussed last week, I think they're the same way. I think they're phenomenal. Beer maker. La Fin du Monde is one of my favorite beers of all time.
You just had one,
which I just had. I just had 12 of them.
The list of all these different beers that you're all talking about because I haven't had beers.
We need to have we do remote shows sometimes.
My wife was like that. It was that moment when the baby came out. I was like, I'm having a beer. Wait, I got to breastfeed.
Yeah, it's like hold off to the side. It's like, is it done? Is it done? Okay, let's go. All right, done. Yeah. So, well, I haven't had a whole lot. I've been having a whole lot of regular stuff that I just kind of had in my mini fridge. But Jeff, you and I talked about it. Omnipolo does some really good stuff, and their stouts are surprisingly really well crafted. I found a stout called, I think it's Selassie is how you pronounce it. It's I found it over at Cappy's in Cincinnati, and it's like a coffee vanilla stout, which from our top 10 list from last week, I'm the coffee, vanilla, cinnamon, kind of pepper stouts I'm all about.
Arrogant bastard, you mean?
You're like number one arrogant bastard of all time. God, I still hate you. I
always love their labels on the polo.
They have a graphic designer.
Yeah, they're really cool.
I follow on Instagram, and he does all that stuff.
And they're very different. Most people, they got all the verbiage and the full disclosure on there, and it's just
the type is so small on the back. You're trying to figure out what is this beer I'm about to have.
Well, this one's a picture of, it's like that could either be like a coiled snake or a giant turd. I'm not really sure what they're going for. It could be like the emoticon, the emoji turd.
It definitely draws your eye when you look at
exactly
the beer
right.
aisle.
Yeah,
it's like, what is that? I remember, what's the one with the melted candle looking thing? I think
that's the
first ones I saw. Theirs. I was like,
and that's kind of the problem. I can't remember the name of any of them because they're all just labels.
It's an IPA, I think, isn't it? That one?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, that wasn't the Fata Morgana.
That might be, yeah.
It's either that one or that one had like an eye on it. Anyway, this one was this is possibly one of the thickest beers I've ever had in my entire life. Like it made Bourbon County look like water. I was telling Jeff, it's like you could pour it and hold it like 2 feet in the air and just let it splash, but there's no waves in the glass. It's just it just slowly fills up. Yeah, and you'll get a little bit of foam, but it's like syrup.
Eat it with a spoon or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a knife and a fork, basically. And it was a little overly roasty. I think they added too much coffee because it was a little too bitter, but it was good stuff.
I want to see that around here. I want to try that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see it around here. Selassie from Omnipolo. It wasn't quite on par with the NOA Mud Pie. Is that what it's called?
That thing was brilliant. Yeah, that was great.
Well, that's just a phenomenal beer. But they make some really good stuff. I'm always kind of interested in see the weird eclectic things they put out, like the Shake series, the IPA shakes. Yellow Belly, which I've never actually had Yellow Belly.
Oh, Yellow Belly. It was that peanut butter
yeah.
With the KKK wrapper.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
That was great.
I remember when that came out, I was a little I actually had to research it, and I was like, it was basically against racism.
The KKK. Yeah, they're not for the KKK.
That was their way of kind of
FYI.
slapping them in the face. But at first glance, I was like, it looks like one of those dudes. I don't know. I'm wrong.
I was
wrong. I was wrong.
It's called critique.
Is that what it's called?
It's called critique, Matt.
Yeah. Anyway.
When you make a critical gesture against.
This is Dr. Fabulous. Yeah. This is Mr. Rice and Dr. Fabulous. This is when he switches over into his.
I have a PhD.
Yeah, that's how he starts every conversation when he goes into Dr. Fabulous. I have a PhD, by the way. I'm Dr. Facebook.
So what are you guys drinking besides your own beer?
We haven't been able to drink much because of the new baby, but
yeah, you all have a new baby. Congratulations! Yeah, I as a parent of a 2.5-year-old, I am happy for you, and I also I hate what you're going through right now, and I know there's so many things going on.
It gets better.
Well, me and Merna were talking, and I've had people, will come up to me like, oh, what's it like, starting like a business or something. I'm like, if you can get through the first 6 months of raising a kid, you can literally do anything. So I know what you guys are going through. I'm sorry. But it's awesome at the same time. It's awesome.
Yes, she's precious, so we love her very much.
Yeah. So, well, what have you been drinking?
What's that?
Yeah, what other kind of... you've had to have some sort of beer.
You have to have drink. It must have been a celebratory beer or something of this sort.
Yeah, what was the first beer we had? We had a beer to celebrate after... your first beer after we...
It was one of the ones that you had in the fridge. I can't remember what it was. I haven't checked in on on Untapped though.
The first drink is always like it's got to be like one of like the best, even if it's like a Miller Lite.
Sorry.
Was it a Miller Lite?
No.
Matt has a Miller Lite T-shirt. I learned about that earlier today.
I actually disclosed
he
I have a Miller
that
Lite T-shirt.
I actually have a Bud Light hat, which is a really cool hat, but it says Bud Light, so I
you don't wear it.
Sometimes I'll wear it ironically.
Yeah. Well, I wear my Miller Lite T-shirt to work out in, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Trying to get all the ladies.
That's what, do mowing the lawn and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. The stuff where it requires like paint splatter and like blood splatter. Wait a minute, what am I doing?
Splatter.
What's going on? What's happening?
Cut that.
Dump, hit the dump button.
They did not kill anybody.
Well, anyways, Rock House Brewing.
That's right.
Lexington's brand newest brewery, located at, what's your all's address?
It's 119 Louis Gart Court. It's just
Louis
like
Gart.
Off Limestone, right behind Mittens. And actually, Louis Gart, there used to be a Louis Gart brewery.
Really?
Oh, wow.
There, like in the late 1800s.
Don't act like you knew that, Jeff.
I did not know that.
No,
that's why I said, "Oh wow."
Yeah,
No, I said, "Oh wow."
Okay.
Yeah, actually,
As in, I'm surprised and amazed at this news.
there's like a brick building right off Limestone, right behind Mittens. That was Louis Gart Brewing, and then at one point it was a malt house, and then it was a hemp house at one point.
Holy mackerel's great history.
Now, are you talking about the place that is like, it looks like an army surplus store now, or like natural wood, like
That's
energy wood or
Loudon,
something?
No,
Right.
it's on Bryan
So,
Avenue.
but you're North Lime neighborhood,
Yeah,
basically.
So
Yeah.
Rye
near the new A La Lucy setup.
It's called Red Light.
Near Parachute Factory and all that stuff is right in that area.
So there's like
but you're on the left.
Kentucky Fun Malls, right?
But you're on the other side of the road, or the same
Other
side of the
side
road.
of the train
So
tracks,
train tracks.
yeah.
Okay, I think I know where you are. Yeah.
Anybody that knows where Mittens is at,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
we're
Mittens is up there
behind
too.
it.
right
Yeah.
behind,
Yeah.
right behind Mittens.
That's an up and coming neighborhood.
Past the gated
We hope,
fence.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
That's the what?
Past the gated fence.
Yeah, the gated fence.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all are like the nice area.
That's a newly emerging hipster.
Well, that's
area.
where the is it called the Friday night market? Is that
The night
what it's called?
market,
The night
yeah.
market?
So,
Yeah.
Like my wife does stuff at the Parachute Factory called the Horse's Mouth, which is a storytelling thing. So I know
Yeah.
that area a little bit, and I
Yeah.
know because that's where the Van Meters are all set up in that area.
Yes.
Griffin, we work with him.
He's not your landlord, is he?
No, he's not.
Seems to be the landlord
he
of
actually-
everybody.
Your landlord though.
Yeah, he suggested actually the location.
Okay,
to
great.
us, 'cause-
Because he's very invested in that area, I think.
Yeah,
Yes, he
yeah,
is.
he's on the No Lie C2C, and
Yeah.
And there's a Facebook page for No Lie if anybody's interested in
yeah,
that.
yeah. And that's what like. So we've seen like what West Six has done to help out Jefferson Street. and
Perfect.
then, like you look at the Manchester area with the distillery
Exactly.
district, and
In the national area where National
yeah,
Avenue
national,
is.
you got Mirror Twin. So we kind of hope to be that for the No
Yeah.
Lie.
That's a perfect formula.
Yeah.
The breweries come in and things start to change for the better, I think.
Yeah. And I think that's generally the craft breweries in general. I think they come in and there's a lot of brings a lot of money.
There's also that coffee shop bike place right over there.
Broomwagon.
Broomwagon.
I actually didn't even know about that place until I went down
And they sell
to
beer.
do our little promo, and I drove right by there. Yeah, and they have,
They have
like
a few taps.
No,
They have like a
That's cool. Yeah,
Budweiser
they got-
sign or something in the
They
window.
have craft beer on tap in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah,
cool.
they have a small list of
Yeah.
beers.
Yeah,
It's a nice little place.
So, Rock House Brewing, opening mid-November-ish. Is that right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. You guys have a tap room. You have a warehouse. You actually have a really cool space back there. Lots of room for growth.
Yeah, we have like a half-acre lot there, and then we got like
great.
an 8,000 square foot warehouse. Tap room's a little small, but since we have all that outdoor space, we can kind of
So
spread out.
1,000 square foot tap room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the winter, will that be the only one open in the winter?
No, we'll allow people to kind of overflow into the warehouse.
Okay, great.
We have picnic
Picnic
tables,
tables.
and
Mm-hmm.
we're trying to make it look pretty nice in there right now.
Yeah, I know you got like the little deck area back there, but you're gonna kind of, I guess,
Eventually,
are people
we'll-
allowed to kind of congregate outside,
Yes.
like in the parking lot
Actually,
area?
Yeah, we
you
were
probably have the
worried
biggest-
about that, but they were
Parking lot's big.
You
Yeah.
probably have the
Sounds
biggest
like-
parking lot of any brewery I've seen. That's bigger than West Six parking lot, right?
I think they're a little bit bigger. We
Okay. They
have
counted
more
their
spaces, I think.
spaces one
Okay.
time, and they surprisingly have a lot of spaces, and I think they have like 50 or something spaces. We're more like 30, but we have that's just in the painted lot. We can fit cars. The night market, we fit like 60 something cars.
Oh, really? Oh, so you let people park?
Yeah, we've
back there.
been offering free parking for the
Last
whole
few
summer.
months,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good
Okay.
neighbor.
That is a good name. Until you open, then you'd be like, you guys gotta pay, man.
We're probably still gonna offer free parking. That's the right. People come in and check.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do
it. Yeah, exactly. Show us a receipt. It's like Pazos. He's like, yeah, you can park us. You park. You show us a receipt.
If you're not buying pizza, you're towed.
Well, why don't you go ahead and cue us up when we'll take a short little break here. When we come back, we'll kind of talk about the origins of Rock House and the stuff you have in line on tap for us, and some of the cool things that you're doing.
Listen to 93.9 Lexington Community Radio, COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky. Oh yeah,
I was kind of hoping you let that roll out. Yeah, okay. That's
the only Van Halen song I like. Is
the only Van Halen song I like. Welcome back to COCBLOK, Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky, and we have Jon and Merna Brown with us talking about the new brewery, House Brewing, over on Louis Gart in downtown. That's downtown. Yeah. Downtown Lexington.
That's a great French name for a street.
Louis Gart?
Louis Gart.
Louis Gart. He's going to go there just so he can be like, hey, have you been to Louis Gart?
J'étais allé rue Louis Gart.
Oh, is that the place behind Mintons?
Mintons? Oh, it's a French neighborhood? What's going on back there?
Yeah. Would you try not to act too pompous with it?
Bière de garde? Would you like a bière de garde?
Yeah. So anyways, Rock House opening very soon. Very excited to try it. We actually, you were very gracious to let us try hopefully some upcoming sours that you have, because you're big into sours.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to try that stuff. But let's start with the beginnings of Rock House. How did you guys kind of come to fruition? What happened before Rock House was a Rock House?
Yeah, well, actually, like, Merna's here, and she's like, almost like the driving force of the whole thing. Like, without her, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you all right now. Yeah. So, like, we dated for a long time before we got married, like 6 years, and I was always big into beer. I introduced her to beer, and I always talked about wanting to homebrew. And it's one of those things, you probably heard similar stories where I'm always talking about it, and eventually she like buys me a kit and like, quit talking about it. So,
shut up and do it.
Yeah. So
I was excited. I was like, I'm gonna have beer.
You're gonna make beer? Yes, I will continue. I will drink what you make. Yeah, exactly.
So been homebrewing for 8 years now, and then
he also got his degree in brewing and distilling after I got
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So and then
you're accredited.
But you don't have a beard.
I don't.
That's a problem. That's a big problem.
I had a pretty big beard a few months ago.
Because that's part of the process.
You have to have a degree. Also, you don't have any tattoos. No tattoos, no beard. I mean, what's going on here?
Well, I think the tattoos is okay. You have the beard.
I think the beard. It's like I want to kind of go anti-establishment.
There you go. Yeah. But, so once you got the degree, they say, "Oh, you can't get a degree unless you got a beard."
That's right. That's the final exam. Can you grow a beard?
But then you can shave it after that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, with the baby, I didn't want to have this beard and then shave it and then the baby not recognize me.
Dude, I've had so many conversations with people where they're like, okay, when you shave the beard, you got to get it on video to where like the baby sees you for the first time and she's crying and she's like miserable. And I'm like literally never going to shave now because I don't ever want that to happen.
Do you ever get it pulled?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, especially in the phase you guys were in, it's like this probably was like twice as full here, and then like half of it was pulled out because it's like like all the time.
I already had to pull my hair back the whole time.
Yeah, I have pulled on everything. Yeah.
So continue, and then so I used to always listen to Basic Homebrew Radio podcast, and I still listen to it every now and then, but they were talking about like BJCP program, and I was like, man, I'd love to get into beer judging. And one time we went to like the beer school at
Beer Trap
with Kevin, and so Merna talked to Kevin like, hey, he wants to do beer judging. Do you know much about this? And they were actually just starting a class through Bach Club, and they're like, yeah, join now.
Bach, the Brewers of Central Kentucky.
Yeah, and actually I hadn't even joined the Bach Club, even though I'd been brewing a couple years, but I think part of me was like, I want to make sure I bring good beer before I, which Knowing now, though, I probably would have gotten better quicker if I would have been sharing with other experienced people. But so got doing the beer judging, and then so it was actually the Iron Mash a few years ago. I met Kevin. That's
where local folks come out and brew together.
Yeah, what is the Iron Mash? There was one recently, right?
Yeah, so Sunday. Iron Mash is awesome, and Chris Vandergrift kind of
he's been on here twice actually.
And so it's almost like Iron Chef. They just give you like a box full of ingredients and say brew a beer.
That's cool.
And then they'll.
Were you there on Sunday?
I couldn't make it. Just kind of hectic schedule right now.
What are you, like, opening a brewery or something?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not a whole lot of time, but...
So that's cool. So they actually give you ingredients.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
it's just,
whoever comes up with the best one gets, like, a iron paddle or something.
It's like a wooden cup thing.
A wooden cup? Well, a good thing that Chris Vandergrift could dole out for the wood.
Yeah. Drink out of this wooden cup.
Yeah. I made it out of a pallet in the back alley.
I got a splinter.
Yeah. Actually, I met Kevin Ritchie, who's one of our partners, and we got talking, like we kind of hit off immediately, and he actually won the Iron Mash that year.
So he's also a brewer.
Yeah, he's been home brewing
20-some years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, longer than I could even drink beer. So, but we hit it off, and then at one Bach meeting one time, he comes up and he's talking to me, and he's like, "You ever thought about opening a brewery?" It's like, who hasn't? And we were kind of talking about like our vision for a brewery, and it's almost like we were just so simpatico. And
so why did he come to you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought there was like some.
Everybody else kind of left, so no.
You're the last one there. You came out of the bathroom. No, because he liked your beer.
It's like my first meeting.
He liked your beer, basically.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Maybe.
We'll go with that. We'll go with that anyway. Okay.
But what was your vision? What did you guys talk about?
So, I mean, we both talked about, like, things we liked about some of the local breweries, we liked, some of the atmosphere of, like West 6 is a real cool place to hang out. And then we liked some of the more, beer styles and stuff that maybe Country Boy's making.
Okay.
And so... and then we were talking about like what areas of town we both like, and we kind of were on the same page with that. We got talking about music because we're both like really big into music and the vinyl records, and we're like, it'd be cool to have a place so we can like play vinyl records, and we can maybe have musical acts out. And so it was just like, it was kind of crazy how on the same page we were. And so then that's where Merna comes in. She's like, well, go down to the Small Business Association, and like, she's kind of worked with them before, so she set us up with that, and she had written a business plan in the past for her master's degree that she did, so she had a really leg up on that, so she helped us put that together. And
so you're kind of the brains behind Rock House.
She is, yeah.
You are the Rock House.
I'm the behind the scenes.
You're the solid Rock House. So who actually came up with the term Rock House?
It was kind of collective. It's
It's
tough coming up with brewery names, really, because you think of a cool one, and then you Google, and it's like, man, there's one in like Oshkosh.
And that's the thing, because there's like what, over 4,000?
We're at about the 4,000 mark now.
Yeah,
So it's like you could be like, I'm Turd on a Stone Brewery.
Oh, there's one in Arkansas.
That was our main one. So we had a party.
Turd on a Stone.
We said all the owners put in like 5 names that you all would like, and then we'll have like a big party, and we'll have everybody vote on, unbiased vote of the name. So we had this party, everybody voted. Stonehouse, and I think, what was the other one? There was a Limestone House.
And stuff. And
or Mulberry Hill or something. Old Mulberry.
Because Limestone used to be called Mulberry.
Oh, okay.
So those were like the top 2 names, and we felt so bad because nobody could agree on the 2 names.
We didn't really even like our picks, and so we were talking about it, and
they're like, ours suck compared to the other ones.
It's just like it clicked. It was like, we like music, The building's kind of a stone house or like rock house, and it's kind of double entendre.
Yeah, it kind of worked out.
And
so you all had the venue, or you had the place kind of solidified before you came up with the name, which I mean, I guess that's what you're supposed to do.
Because sometimes it's hard to pick a name when you don't, because a lot of times the location really plays in.
It's like street names or neighborhoods, or something like that, or river or something like that might play in.
You couldn't have something like really modern sounding in a building like ours. It's 100 years old. And
so Rock House is, I guess, what it used to be, Lexington Quarry?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I don't think it was the actual quarry, but it was like an office for the quarry there.
Okay. But you got that like kind of front room that's going to be the tap room, and that used to be the office, and it's stone rock building, and it's got a cool fireplace.
That fireplace is interesting.
Yeah.
Is it working?
Cool. It could be.
But in the winter, get that thing going? Wow.
Yeah,
that's gonna be cool.
We're going to look into it. It's just, we don't know if it's going to be too hot if it's packed in there and we got a fire rolling. And
but it would give the atmosphere.
Yeah, we'd love to eventually get that going. It is like in about the most inconvenient spot it could be.
It's right in the middle. That's how they used to do them, right in the middle of the room.
We were thinking about moving it 6 inches, but
I don't think that's that's not going to work. So you got the tap room up front, and you got a huge warehouse in back. You got lots of room for growth, which has kind of been an issue for some places.
I know, and that's like when I was talking about with Kevin about things that we thought about breweries, like some of them have been really like pigeonholed in their areas.
Yeah.
And, like,
this is the dilemma. How big do you start? Do you start small and grow, or do you start at a certain size that gives you some room, but it takes a little more capital investment?
Yeah, I know it's tough because you don't. It's hard to start in a big area because it's going to cost more, but you don't want to start too small.
And so the size of your system is how many barrel?
It's 7 barrels, so that's why it looks almost like a home brew system in that giant
warehouse. Yeah,
but that's bigger than life in Mirror Twin, which are in the 3.5 barrel.
Yeah, which will be nice. Have to brew not as often, but still small enough to have a variety.
Have some room,
beers and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's a good problem to have.
And the space allows for growth.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And talking to Kevin, you guys have plans to put some taps in the warehouse as well? Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be kind of like our overflow space. Okay. So we kind of want to have like a small bar there to kind of, serve all the people that might need to go into the warehouse. Just because our tap room's a little bit small. So
can you guys put like a pedway that is like mobile? That I could just stand there, like in the airport, to where it just carry me over to the next one, or some Segway scooters, but it's like
as a cup holder.
You can get a DUI on a Segway.
Can you get it? Okay, this is what you need. You need Segway scooters with a driver.
Yeah,
and I'll tip the driver.
I like the walkway.
You like the walkway?
The airport walkway with cup holders along it.
Cup holders like on the actual.
You stand there and you go. And you go through and you get to the warehouse.
Yeah,
might just get a golf cart and just
shuttle people back and forth.
That's way too practical. You're not thinking inside the box here.
So what is the distance? About 10 feet?
Yeah.
It's about 10-foot distance or something like that?
It's about 30 feet.
Oh, 30 feet. 30 feet?
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Yeah. No, you need to think like we need like a dragon, like a baby dragon to like walk us over there. That's the kind of idea.
We should just do a roller coaster ride.
There we go. All right. Roller coaster house. That's the next expansion.
How about piggyback?
No, that's ridiculous. What are you talking about? That's ridiculous. Why would anybody do that?
Piggyback is the best. Have you ever gone piggyback?
Unbelievable. Piggyback? Really?
Yes.
That's your idea?
Have you ever gotten a piggyback?
Do you realize how impractical it is to carry somebody on your back?
Someone has broad shoulders. That'd be
completely like inefficient monetarily.
No. Well, I think it's.
We need to
roller coasters where it's at. Roller coasters.
I've been younger. Can get piggyback rides.
Yeah. Roller coasters a lot cheaper than piggyback.
We're trying to hire a piggybacker.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Piggybackers
have broad shoulders.
Yeah.
We need a rickshaw.
Well, that's racist. Cool. That is racist. What's the matter with you?
You're just talking about that guy.
Colonialist.
That's ageist.
Asiaist.
Asiaist.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about my people, huh?
A little bit. So, okay, so let's take a 2-minute break.
Okay, 2-minute break.
This is 93.9 Lexington Community Radio. Listen to COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky. You are listening to COCBLOK, the Coalition of Craft Beer Lovers of Kentucky, and I am Jeff.
And I'm Matthew.
And we're talking to Rock House.
Yes.
Lexington's newest brewery, about to open shortly.
Very soon.
Very soon. I think one thing you'll find is that Lexington beer enthusiasts, every time a brewery opens, are just insane. I mean, they're going to rush you. They're going to be there that first night. They're going to drink all your beer, and you're going to have a great first week. I know for sure. What will be the flagship, or will there be a flagship?
Yeah, I think I've got a cream ale. We call it Fresh Cream, which is so we kind of sticking with that music theme. Like Fresh Cream was Cream's first album.
Yeah.
And so
Cream.
Yeah.
We just heard some Cream.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. And and actually it's a good base beer because I've actually brewed this at home and I've added different fruit for it. I make like a pineapple upside down cream ale. I've made like a blueberry cream ale and so we'll have like fresh cream with peaches, fresh cream with blueberry. So
that's cool.
Oh, so you want to do variants?
Okay.
On it.
Yeah, but it's by itself is just going to be the flagship, and we can always
And this is the way to go, right? You're looking for the broadest appeal.
Yeah.
So
and it's
Cougar Bait,
drinkable, and
Mirror Twins Blonde, Ethereal's now saying the cream ale is the bestseller they're doing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Well, they talked about canning the cream ale. Cream ale is their first canned beer.
Oh, I didn't. I thought their white ale was. Probably
that's what I thought.
That's kind of what I thought.
When Bishop was here, I thought he said the cream ale was now selling out the white ale.
That's cool. Okay. Well, and that makes sense. That's what a lot of I think the beer nerds, and not even enthusiasts, but the people that are like overly zealous.
Well, the nerds are the worst.
Yeah, they're just like, oh no, you need to start bottling like the double stout aged in 4 different barrels. That's
like there's a lot of prejudice right now against. I don't know if you've all been to Life and had the Lex Light.
So the lager.
It's light lager, which is so everyone was coming in ordering PBR. He said, I'm gonna do my own version.
Yeah.
I think it's a clean, crisp, well done beer that shows that Nathan knows how to brew because you can't hide anything on a beer that clean.
That's true.
It's not a beer nerd beer. It's a light lager, but it tastes really clean and good.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference between a beer nerd and a beer enthusiast, maybe like somebody that actually appreciates.
But you have to sell something. I mean, you have to sell to more than beer nerds. You can't just sell to beer nerds when you open.
Yeah, and we've talked about that because in our neighborhood, I don't know that there's a huge demand for craft brewing, but we would like to be like
to make the
gateway to bring people in to experience.
I think that neighborhood is going to be really good for it. Similar to the way the neighborhood around National and Walton will be, because there's a lot of young urban people who are looking for a place to congregate and hang out.
And I think you could be a good destination spot too, especially if it's kind of growing. You got Broomwagon over there and like a couple other places that are kind of like areas of attraction. You become a destination location.
But this is what's making Lexington sound really exciting for me is when you go to other cities. There's more than one place in the city to go. Like you go to Asheville, we talked about Asheville, you like Wicked Weed. There's more than one place than either the place where all the breweries have since congregated,
they're like
or downtown.
Radius,
I mean, there's also out where Wedge is now. There's all kinds of little areas now where you can go to in Asheville either for food or beer. And we're starting to see Lexington with all these little enclaves is now
branch out.
A little bit of food and beer over here, a little bit of food and beer over here, and now we're seeing a real maturity of the city.
Yeah, and that's our goal is to be kind of a hub. So like people come to the brewery and then maybe they see, oh, what's this Broomwagon? Like
that's right.
They saw Broomwagon and they go check out Broomwagon or they get a bite to eat at Minton's.
And a year after you open, someplace else will be there.
Oh
yeah. There'll be some new places.
Another area.
Maybe a coffee roaster will open.
Yeah.
Maybe another small eatery.
Well, this is a little off topic, but I know there was some talk of putting like a market or something over in the old bus station.
That bus station.
Right?
Yeah, they got like a grant from the government. I haven't really heard any recent updates, but they're wanting to do an indoor like market.
If you've ever been to Krug in Atlanta, or you've been to Reading in Philadelphia, or the Indianapolis one downtown, we need something like that, where there's an indoor market, where there's food stalls.
Is it like Findlay Market over in Cincinnati?
Or let's just say on that scale, Findlay Market, something like that.
Yeah.
The one in Indianapolis, the downstairs is all food, and then upstairs there's an Indiana-only bar.
Okay.
Or if
you were telling me about this before.
Reading is a famous one in Philadelphia. It's old. It's super old.
Okay.
Krug Market, which is a newer establishment in Atlanta, has like a beer store with taps and has it's going to be similar to what they're going to have over at Summit. But we need something like that on that side of town. That bus station is the perfect location for food.
It's
stalls,
huge, wide open space, lots of room, lots of like booths for people to.
But they can convince vendors, whoever owns that, and vendors to come in.
I don't think
would be brilliant.
I mean, off the top of my head, I wouldn't think it'd be an issue considering how many like farmers markets we have spread around town now. I mean, there's like one on any given day in any part of town. You know what I mean?
Who owns that building?
I don't know. We actually saved an article about that when we were first.
There's a couple of guys that got the
two
grant.
young guys and.
Okay.
That would be a boom. Between that and a brewery would be a huge boom.
That'd be huge. Yeah, for that location, that'd be awesome. I know I'd be checking it out.
Yeah, I would too.
So as far as like the beers, I know you have said you really appreciate the sours. We've got to try one of your Flanders that you hope to put on soon. That's really
kind of my favorite style is Flanders. Right?
Yeah, and then we got the cream ale, which I look forward to. Kind of more of like a flagship kind of deal. You earlier you had let us try a winter warmer that you're thinking about producing, which I thought that was amazing. That was actually.
I think that needs to be on.
I'm actually surprised how good that was, to be quite honest. And I love Lexington. I love our local beer kind of like community we have going on here, and I give a lot of people praise, but not often do I say like, oh my god,
that was good.
That was really awesome. Like beer. I want to see that in a bourbon barrel.
Just the right amount of spice, had a little bit of vanilla to it.
Yeah,
a nice body.
Yeah, your winter warmer. Are you going to make that?
That we hope to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I've gotten a lot of compliments on that. So
yeah, you got two more right here.
Yeah.
and I'm putting you on the spot. So
as everyone wants to know,
now you got to make it.
Will there be an IPA?
There will be quite a few IPAs. I want to do like an East Coast IPA.
Oh, kind of, so you think you can do that kind of style with the hazy, hop watery? Yeah. I love that.
That's more like Northeast, but is that Northeast? Are you going hazy?
More like Vermont IPA.
Okay. Oh, you want to do a Vermont?
Yeah, I'm not going to go out of my way.
Whoa! Stop the clock. Yeah, wow. If Lexington was putting out a hazy, turbid, hop water IPA, I'm right there.
You're on that bandwagon.
I'm on that bandwagon 100%.
Okay. Well, I mean, like Ethereal makes it hop chocolate.
Yeah,
really
they do.
Good.
Yeah.
So what other kind of stuff?
Good, yeah.
So then, we'll be brewing a red rye IPA.
Nice.
Red's Rye from Founders is like, it wasn't one of my gateways necessarily, but early on in like my craft experience, I love that one. Which I guess it was a pale ale back then,
right?
But they recently just changed it to like IPA, right?
It was always
Red's Rye from Founders. I love the rye beers.
See, it was New Belgium. I don't think they make it anymore, but they had one called Red Hoptober.
Okay,
and it was it was like a fall release, and it was kind of a red hoppy red.
Yeah.
And it was great, and that's kind of was an inspiration with that. And but I want to put some rye in there. It's kind of it's not like it's kind of on the lighter side, but it's really good fall beer. And then Kevin, he's a big brewer, so he has a black IPA.
Talk about Kevin Patterson over.
Kevin Ritchie.
Kevin Ritchie. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
So he's got a black IPA. It's really good that he'll be brewing, and American Stout that he brews. Called Black Storm.
Okay.
He when he brewed it the first time on his homebrew system, during his brew, like this storm rolled in, and so that he's like, got to name it Black Storm.
That's usually honestly like the most like the beers that you make at home. That's how they.
As long as you don't make a IPA of a hop pun. Hopalicious, hoptacular, hop.
Well, I'm sure you'll come up. Everybody has to at least one. I'm sure one.
Better Google those first.
Now our rye, though, it's kind of a little bit of a pun, but it's called Riot Act.
Right, that's not bad.
Okay,
so, Riot Act, and probably what else might you? A wheat beer.
We don't have a wheat beer on.
Good.
Trick question, everybody. Trick question.
I think you have a few IPAs.
A few. That's nice. I like that. I can never have enough.
See, with IPAs though, I'm not crazy into overly bitter, but I love like the late edition hops, like crazy citrusy and
like
floral
and flavor, but not that.
That's what my kind of Vermont IPA. There's no early edition hop. It's a ton.
That's right. I saw that.
Late edition dry hopping and.
Okay, cool, man.
And maybe one day barrels.
Yeah.
Like everybody else, gonna go the barrel route.
Yeah, but
like with the winter warmer.
That would be.
But not just bourbon barrels. We'll try to get like some wine barrels.
It's getting more difficult though.
Yeah, it really is. It's
everybody wants to buy barrels
for bourbon barrels, and there's a high demand for bourbon. So some of these distilleries are getting every ounce of.
Have you looked into barrels? Yeah,
I breathe a little bit, but no.
Like I wonder how difficult it is at this point.
It is getting more difficult. And if you don't go through a broker, even it's getting more difficult.
Yeah, and like bourbon, I'd say bourbon in general. I mean, honestly,
there's 4,000 breweries, and they almost all have barrel programs, right?
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of bourbon and whiskey manufacturers too. So there's got to be quite a few out there. But
if you look at local wineries, maybe some red wine barrels, some white wine barrels.
I feel like wine barrels are so much. It depends on what you're making.
Are you gonna brew a saison?
Yeah, sure, in the summer.
Maybe. Yeah, a saison in a barrel with in a wine barrel. That's not a bad route to take.
Something a little bit lighter. Yeah, it's just hard.
Or you don't have to do barrels, but it just adds to some of the enthusiasm.
Oh, I know. I love a good barrel aged beer. Yeah. But it's like I think you talked about it with Derek. You got to have a forklift, and that makes.
Yep, you need to buy a forklift.
Get one of those. Yeah. Otherwise, we'll be.
You can't handle that yourself. Is that what you're saying? Have you given up already?
But look, think of it as a toy to buy in the future. We can, Oh man, we can buy a forklift. Yeah, let's do it.
I'll go there and I'll video a promo of you just like putting like a barrel over each shoulder and be like, this one's cognac and this one's Jaeger, and then just like punch it open. I want you to take your fist and punch it, and then just like chug the Jaeger out of there. You're like, oh, by the way, it's full.
But we all know, in all seriousness, that the worst part about owning a tap room, the very worst part about
owning a tap room
is the bathrooms. There will be clogged toilets and throw up and poop. And
you all actually have on the I showed it on the video that we did. You have a really cool bathroom. You got like the wood kind of like backdrop. Yeah, the pallet wood where they stained it and stuff like that, which is actually around your bar in the tap room too. Actually,
and the bar is a good height. Unlike one bar. It's not an anti-short people bar.
Well, when we first got into it, we were talking about, it's like Blue Stallion has the tallest bar.
In the world. Bar. It's made for a basketball player.
Thera has a really long bar. Originally, we wanted to have like the widest bar.
Yeah. But the bartender can't even reach you.
Yeah, like
it's your credit card.
Use like everything is like thing to push the beer to you or something and slide the money
You have the mini pedways, the airport pedways like...
But we like actually Kevin's father-in-law had all these pallets, so we've been using pallet wood on like everything.
That's cool, man.
And as far as bathrooms, we always joke because one of our other partners, Billy, we always say that's your job.
That's called Charlie work.
He's the bathroom cleaner.
Charlie work.
Charlie work.
That's Charlie work. It's always funny. Nice.
Yeah. So we were like, let's make sure we have tile floors with a drain.
Yes.
Just spray it all.
Just scoop that vomit down the drain.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool, man. Well, we really appreciate you guys coming down. I'm very glad to have you here.
It's exciting.
Yeah, look forward to Rock House Brewing opening up mid-November-ish.
Yeah. Yes.
Near the end of the year.
Before Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah, we
maybe.
That'd be great.
It'll open when it's ready.
Yeah, that's the de facto answer.
Wow, well, we said a lot.
Don't say it.
Maybe too much.
God, dang it.
But this is great. It's very exciting. And listen to COCBLOK.